All right, a couple more stories and we'll cut out of here.
All right.
Do you want to hear about a lawsuit or do you want to hear about homelessness?
Homelessness.
All right. Apparently, Sex Pistol member Johnny Rotten is upset about the homelessness in L.A., how it's ruining his neighborhood.
Mr. Rebel.
Yeah. The guy who did drugs and basically spit in a jar and pissed on audiences and stuff.
Sure.
He's upset about the homelessness destroying his neighborhood.
Yeah, well, now he's 60 and wealthy, so he doesn't.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea, isn't it, though?
Yeah, he was a rebel punk until he made his money, and then he said, fuck this.
Yeah.
Out.
Sex Pistol rocker Johnny Rotten is crying foul about the Los Angeles homeless crisis that has gripped his swanky neighborhood of Venice Beach.
God.
Have you ever been to Venice Beach?
I have, yeah.
Venice Beach used to be a pretty kind of a cool hang. It used to be kind of like a muscle beach, and
Sure.
people used to, blade skate there and skateboard, and the people used to work out, and it used to be sort of like a kind of a posh LA hangout, in the 70s, 80s, I don't know, some into the 90s.
Right.
But now it's just littered with homeless people living in tents and garbage and all kinds of stuff.
Hey, here's my question before we go further with this.
Yeah.
Is Johnny Rotten a poser? Or is he just somebody that changed with time and we should accept that he lives like a wealthy rock star?
I think that we should just accept he lives like a wealthy rock star.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a poser because he built his wealth off of pretending that he wanted to stay a street punk.
Yeah, he was against the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a 60-some-year-old guy that, he lives like he's living off the benefit of his wealth and popularity and notoriety.
Right.
So he's kind of earned it, but I guess you would consider him a sellout.
Yeah.
You don't have your street cred anymore, man. You're 63 years old. You're not a 18-year-old punker anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, if he wasn't so against everything,
yeah,
then I probably wouldn't think this, but yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a shit. I could give two fucks about the fucking Sex Pistols.
Well, me too. But the thing is the Sex Pistols obviously have a place in rock and roll history as kind of revolutionary in some regard.
Sure,
they were. They were around during the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and the Stooges and that whole era. Mm-hmm. And it was a short-lived era, nevertheless.
Yeah. It was them and the Clash.
It was the Clash. Yeah.
It was them and the Clash and then everybody else.
But, even Blondie was in that era, but they rose above that and became more commercial.
Right, sure.
But even early on, Blondie was considered kind of punk. Mm-hmm. But they became slick, and when Parallel Lines came out, they became a very commercial, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it.
So, here it is. We're 40 plus years removed from that, and he lives in LA. I don't even know what he does.
Yeah. Probably nothing. What would he do?
I don't know the answer.
He probably collects royalty.
Or he produces bands or something. Who knows?
He might do that.
He might be a consultant of some kind. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he lives in the Venice Beach area. At one time, it was a very, very upscale, kind of posh community. I've been to Venice Beach many times. Mm-hmm. There's a boardwalk there, and it was kind of a bougie hang, to use some vernacular.
All right.
It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
The 63-year-old punk icon says the multi-million-dollar home has been vandalized and that his publishing heiress wife is struggling to cope with the surge of vagrants in the area. Now, there's YouTube videos out there. I don't know if you've seen them or not. I know you like documentaries as much as I do.
Sure.
But there are YouTube videos out there. It is just a disgusting presentation of just the deterioration of a place that used to be kind of a cool hang.
No, it doesn't shock me.
And now it's just garbage.
No, well, that's what you get when you tax everybody out of fucking houses and shit.
Yeah. And they encourage, getting on public assistance and, all kinds of things.
Yeah, let any illegal that doesn't work come on into your neighborhood. Well, there you go. Enjoy it.
Exactly. They moved in masse. They're all young, and they're all like 24, Rotten ranted to Newsweek reporter. The front man, whose real name is John Lydon, added, they're aggressive, and because there are an awful lot of them, they're very gangy.
Gangy?
Yeah, like they gang up on you, Yeah. Rotten's comments may seem somewhat ironic, given the star became a spokesman for aggressive anti-authoritism as the lead singer of the Sex Pistols in the 70s, which is just what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
The rocker, famed for his track Anarchy in the UK, even admitted he was forced to call the police after homeless people set up camp on his front yard.
Well, that fucking sucks.
They came over the gate and they put their tent inside right in front of the front door.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the audacity, he moaned. Rotten says his wife, Nora Forrester, who suffers from Alzheimer's disease, can't cope with the scourge. Now he's calling them scourge.
Yeah,
wasn't the Sex Pistols known as the scourge of the 70s?
I thought so.
Yeah. However, the star insists he's not part of the establishment elite who preached liberal values of tolerance and acceptance whilst cocooning himself behind the gates and fences. Well, what are you doing then?
He's just bitching that these homeless guys are in his yard, as anybody.
Hey, you kids!
He's grumpy old man.
Get out of my yard!
Yeah, get off my lawn, guy. I don't have a problem with him bitching about it necessarily.
Well, it's his property. Why should anybody be invading his property?
Yeah, it does feel a little hypocritical, but fuck it, who cares? He's not that guy anymore. That was 40 fucking years ago when he was a punk. He's definitely not a punk now.
No, he's an old dude.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not riding a fucking Honda 250 anymore. I'm sure he's fucking got a Bentley in the fucking garage.
No, I'm a bloke that's worked hard for his money, and I expect to be able to use my own front door, he firmly stated. He additionally said he was unable to take friends down to the water vat and ice beach. Oh, to the water vat and ice beach, as needles and feces are often found on the sand.
Jesus.
People shitting on the sand, dropping needles.
Meanwhile, he probably paid like $5 million for this home.
Yeah.
And now it's just a fucking shithole. Ugh, that's gotta suck.
It does.
And now he'll be able to sell it for like $600,000 at best.
According to a report published by NPR in January, about 50,000 people are experiencing homelessness in and around Los Angeles.
Great.
50,000, a stadium worth.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I told you when I went to NAMM, just a block away, basically a block away from Angel Stadium, there is a major homelessness encampment right there.
Fuck that.
I mean, it's just a mess over there.
Mm-hmm.
The Hollywood Reporter claims Venice Beach is now home to the largest concentration of homelessness anywhere in the LA's West Side, and that several encampments have swelled in more residential areas in the last 18 months. Public property records do not show when Rotten and Forrester purchased their home in Venice Beach. The rocker listed his Malibu retreat for sale in 2013 for $1.9 million.
Okay.
The home, 30-minute drive from Venice Beach, boasted a swimming pool with a waterfall and a cabana with a bar. Meanwhile, in 2016, Rotten listed his London apartment in a ritzy suburb of Chelsea for sale for $2.45 million.
Okay. Well, it sucks for him. Feel bad for him, I guess. Not really. He can move.
Well, I think that was the whole idea by putting his homes up for sale.
Yeah, he just needs to move.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out. He's got enough money to go get an apartment.
Good luck there, Johnny.
Yeah. Anarchy.
Yeah, suck it up, Johnny.
Exactly.
All right, one short story and we'll get out of here.
Okay.
A guy that has a lot of money, or perceivably has a lot of money, that we covered this story early on when Elon Musk
was watching today.
Yeah. He was basically taunting that diver guy, calling him a faggot, basically.
Yeah. For saving the people.
Yeah, for saving those, what were they, the Asian kids in that cave or something?
And he wanted to use his special submarine or some shit.
And the diver told him it wouldn't work. And he was, you're just because you're a pedophile, you're a faggot, right. That kind of shit.
Right.
Getting into some Twitter war with this guy.
Right, I remember that.
Well, apparently this has gone to court now.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk must defend himself in court after calling a diver who helped save Thai schoolboys trapped in a cave a pedophile. The federal court judge sets a October 22nd date. Mr. Musk is being sued by Vern Unsworth, who helped rescue the 12 boys from the Thailand's caves. The Tesla boss called Mr. Unsworth a pedo in a tweet. After the Briton said Mr. Musk attempted to help rescue with his PR stunt.
Right.
Mr. Unsworth helped recruit experienced UK cave divers who were instrumental in freeing the boys who had become stuck in the cave due to the rising water levels in July of 2018. While efforts were ongoing, Mr. Musk sent engineers from the Tesla company and a small submarine to Thailand to help free the boys, but it was never used. In an interview with CNN, Mr. Unsworth called Mr. Musk's effort a publicity stunt. Responding in a series of tweets, Mr. Musk elaborated how the submarine might work and referred to Mr. Unsworth as a pedo guy. Mr. Musk soon apologized and deleting the offending tweet, saying he had acted in anger.
In other words, his lawyer got a hold of him.
Yeah, but he reignited the row in September in an email to BuzzFeed reporter. He implored the journalist to find out what's actually going on and suggested the diver had taken no part in the cave rescue. Mr. Unsworth is seeking at least $75,000 in compensation plus punitive damages in his September 2018 lawsuit. The suit also seeks a court order preventing Mr. Musk from making any further disparaging comments. He said the Tesla chief's executive defamed him with unlawful, unsupportable, reprehensible accusations. In seeking a dismissal, Mr. Musk lawyers argued the comments were imaginative and over-the-top insults in a heat of the moment that were protected under the U.S. First Amendment. The government is not coming after you, Elon. The First Amendment only applies to you for the government shutting your speech down, not when you're defaming somebody who is not a public figure.
And unfortunately, unless you got proof that he's a pedophile, you definitely defamation of character.
Yeah.
Big time. Or slander, one of the two, or both.
But the judge said Mr. Musk was not communicating in heated and volatile settings that might explain any excesses. So he's got to pay this guy some money.
Yeah, he's going to pay him.
Yeah, he'll pay him before the trial even gets here.
Yeah, $250,000 and that'll go away.
Yeah,
it's Elon Musk. He's got money to burn.
Of course,
this guy should fucking drag this out. He really should, because there's no way he loses.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is a huge, huge guy. I mean, he could think about it. And I'm not for this. I personally think you should not be able to be sued at all for, calling a name. That's just ridiculous.
Well, but the thing is he didn't just call a name. He didn't say, "Hey, faggot." He didn't do that. He kept referring to this guy as pedo guy. And it's just like, why are you making references to me as being a pedophile?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. Just because I chose not to use your technology and said your idea wouldn't work, you were so offended that you decided, oh, well, he's just probably a pedophile.
Yeah, and he broadcast it to however many millions of followers he has on Twitter.
So unlike you, I am for this because he had no reason to attack that guy.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done it. And, but if you were that guy, though, wouldn't you claim that you can't get a job and everything else?
I would say that, he defamed me so bad that it's ruined my whole livelihood.
Yeah, he reached, 1/20th of the population of the country.
Of the world.
Of the world, yeah, because he's a worldwide guy. He could get some money. I would think $75,000 is pretty paltry.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm not against that. It's just like, this guy just came out and unleashed on him for no apparent reason, just aside from you hurt my ego.
Did you watch him on Rogan?
Elon?
Yeah.
No, I did not. I'll have to look that one up.
That was a tough watch. I mean, the guy is very smart.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know. One, I think Rogan was high. I don't know that to be true, but Rogan was off his game a little bit, it seemed like. And I know that somewhere in there, him and Elon did smoke pot together on the show.
Is that a surprise?
No, it's not a surprise, but Elon Musk was so dry. Like, Joe was trying to get him to like joke around a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, I get it." He was like so dry. It was like, dude, loosen up a little.
Right.
I don't know. I was watching it today. I was like, oof, this is a tough watch. So anyway, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. We'll do it all over again next week. Happy Mother's Day to all those of you who are motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
And enjoy whatever day it is. I have to, unfortunately, attend a funeral next Saturday. I'll be here. It's in the morning. But my aunt passed away yesterday. My dad's sister.
That sucks.
Passed away. 90, I think she was 94.
Maybe you can get Face Edge to write a song for her.
And so I got to do that next Saturday. Unfortunately, it's next Saturday morning.
Okay.
And but anyway, everybody have a happy Mother's Day if that means anything to you. And I've had this song on my mind. I'm going to close out with kind of a slower tune, some Tora Tora.
All right.
And this one comes from their Surprise Attack release, and I'm going to leave you with some Phantom Rider.
All right.
So until next Saturday night, this is Neely along with my very good friend
Chris Aiken.
And we are gone.
Bye, kids.